to Anime Say. I'm Luke Halliday, your host for this mini review of Hunter x Hunter, episode 46, and I just got back from a trip to Mars. Anyways, let's just jump straight into it. This is a pretty good episode. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great either. Pretty much the episode revolved around Kurapika discovering that Uvo is free, Dazzling is dead, and all the bodyguards are trying to scatter and, you know, not be caught. So pretty much the troop, they went into the Hunter website and they are looking up all these addresses and hotels and stuff that the Strahd family has actually put their name on, or like a dummy company has put their name on. So the troop's like, okay, the chain guy you want to get your revenge on, he's going to be in one of these places. So Uvo's just going to all this place to place to place, and he's questioning all these people there and killing all of them along the way. So eventually he gets to the place where Kurapika is, and that's where the episode ends. But that's not all that happened. That's not all that happened. You also had Kurapika is now the leader of their group of bodyguards. And there's like a really interesting moment here because Kurapika says, I never realized that it would happen so soon. Now what Kurapika is talking about here is his plan. Like, Kurapika had planned to work his way up to the top in this family because they collect flesh sort of items, like for example scarlet eyes. Now Kurapika wanted to work his way to the top in his family, so he's already near there. He's at the top of the bodyguards right now, and he has a line connection right to the head of the whole family, the boss, Lion Strahd. So now we know that Kurapika is where he wants to be. But before he gets into all that, finding the eyes and whatever, he's got to deal with the troop. So he's going to deal with Uvo first of all. And he decides to wait for Uvo and get the other guys. He's like, you just move away, take Neon up to another room, you just go wait up there, and I'll handle my business, you know? So that's what he's doing. And it's very, very interesting. For those of you that read the manga, you probably know that there was a very recent time with Kurapika in which there's a cell phone ringing and Kurapika doesn't answer it. Now, in this scene, it crossed over with another scene from at another point in York City, which I'll talk about in a second, where Kurapika was getting a call from Gon, but Kurapika does not answer the call. Now, this bit here actually, it kind of foreshadows that event far down the line. But that's yeah, it's not really a spoiler, but it's very far off. But I thought I'd note that because it's very interesting. That the cell phone ringing, Kurapika doesn't pick up. That kind of tells you a lot about where things are heading here. Anyways, also in this episode we had Gon, Killua and Leorio continuing their arm wrestling sort of thing, you know, and Leorio's plan is eventually to find a, what does he call it, a mole. I don't really get that term in this sort of situation, but he's like the bait is hooked, whatever. I think in the manga they say he's a fish. Fish, they say? Like he hooked a fish. I don't know, Crunchyroll's translation is a mole. I thought that was a bit strange. Anyways, he gets this guy who pretty much says, oh yeah, we'll give you more money than you can ever make here. So he takes them away to this arm wrestling like tournament or something. Now in the manga this is a bit different. In the manga we had Leorio actually arm wrestle the guy, and then the guy decides to take Leorio and go to Killua to this other place, like for bounty hunters. So they kind of changed it a bit. I don't really know why. They admitted Leorio owning the guy. And wow, they keep taking away Leorio's badass moments. They took away when he pushes open the gate by himself in the Zoldyck arc, and they've taken away him just destroying this guy's arm, breaking it? Why? Why can't you let Leorio shine? Anyways, let's move on. We get to the arm wrestling tournament. It's interrupted. Gon was going to go up and actually arm wrestle, and apparently can make a lot more money that way. He's going to arm wrestle, but then this crazy ass person just comes up with, you know, patches on the eyes, all sorts of. It's just a weird looking character in general that we never see again, might I add. So this character comes up and just saying, oh yeah, you find these people, play hide and seek, find these people, and we'll give you like, what was it, 2 million a head or 2 billion a head? So the troop, these people are the troop. Now Gon, Killua, and Leorio are all going to look for the troop now. And this is very, very interesting because now we're slowly starting to see how Gon, Killua, and Leorio will be linked in with Kurapika's storyline, but that's something for more later. Anyways, the episode ends with them all like, oh wait, where's Kurapika? Where's Kurapika at? Because, you know, he was meant to meet them on September 1st, it's now September 2nd in the anime, so they're like, okay, let's give him a call, see where he is, and they're saying, oh yeah, he's like a bodyguard. Leorio is speculating that, oh, maybe he was involved with the underground operation, maybe he's already catching the troop, or something like that. So he calls him up, bling, 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 no answer, Kurapika's not answering. So they're a bit worried about him, obviously, because he's their friend. So Kurapika is ignoring his friend's phone call. He doesn't really know what's going on, I guess, but he's just focused on the task at hand, which is Uvogin. And I thought it was a bit weird that Uvo just opens the door like a normal person, just walks in. And the episode ends with them staring off in the hotel, and Uvo's like, where do you want to die? He's like, oh, Huma, any request. And Kurapika's like, somewhere deserted, like a wasteland or something like that. And he's like, because I plan on making you scream at the top of your lungs. And it's just like, oh shit is about to go down. You know, I do think this episode was good. In that it was just a build-up episode really, but I like that we're seeing Gon and Killua again because they had been missing for like 5 episodes now. A bunch of episodes. They've been missing for a while, so it was good to see them come back into the mix. But there's one problem I had with this episode. In the manga, Uvo's search for the bodyguard is so much more intense, and you really feel like any moment he can just open the door and find them. But in this episode, it just felt like they didn't really need to rush or anything. It felt like much more slower paced than what I felt from the manga. It wasn't as intense, it wasn't as suspenseful, but it was still very good. And I think the music arrangement was okay. I did think they used some weird angle in the meeting with Uvo and Kurapika. In the preview of last week, we've seen a really cool like panning shot, but we didn't see it in this episode. But maybe we'll see it in the next episode. I don't know. Yes, we've seen a really cool panning shot of Uvo staring at Kurapika. But in the episode it wasn't there. We just had Uvo walking in. It was just we're like looking for Uvo's eyes at Kurapika. But whatever, it was an okay episode. It needed a bit more suspense. Everything else was okay. The pacing was a bit slow compared to the usual. I don't know, it felt like we were just wasting time a bit. But next episode, it's finally happening, people. Uvo versus Kurapika! Yeah! They're finally fighting. And next episode is the one I've been waiting for so long. You know, I know Madhouse is just gonna flip the switch here. This is gonna be the shit. And the preview just didn't give me enough. I wanted to see like a little taste of fighting, but we just always see him as the glowing Big Bang impact. He's like about to use it, and it was just like, oh yeah, here's Kurapika standing, freezing, drinking beer. Nothing. Nah. Give me better teasers than that. Come on. Anyways, next week's probably gonna be like the shit. I know I'm gonna be giving it a mad review next week, but this episode was great as well. A little bit of problems, but it's super. Alright, that's it. Hello, and goodbye.